Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker. Welcome back. Eric Chien has returned to perform a second time in Asia's Got Talent in the semifinals. As you may have noticed, Eric's video was released 16 hours later than the other contestants. And what this means right now is if you really like Eric Chien and want him to win, you need to vote because this delay puts him at a huge disadvantage. Anyway, it appears this time Eric will finally be performing his famous ribbon act, which he used to win FISM 2018. Even though I've seen it before, it'll still be very interesting for me to watch because it's a new recording, and I've already watched the original 10 million times. So without further ado, let's get into the performance. What's that, some dust? What's this box? Huh. Sorry to pause so soon, but right off the bat I can say there's a difference there in presentation from the original. Originally he pulls out these squares and he kind of examines them and then sets them down like he's just examining the contents of the box and he's curious. And I hate to say it, but I could see that ribbon down the middle just kind of roll out. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what else is possibly different with this act. Okay, I have to make a complaint about the cameraman right now. This is really terrible. And it's not Eric's fault. He's doing a good job, but the cameraman is so zoomed in on his hands that you can't see Eric's face. And at least to me, a big part of his performance was Eric's acting. He's looking at his hands and he's surprised as it's happening. He's putting the cards down and he's shocked. It's like he's experiencing it with you for the first time. And then this second camera angle we have right now, it's so zoomed out, you can't see anything. Oh, it's frustrating. I wish they had a cameraman who understood how to film magic. Anyway, let's continue. Oh gosh, that was a terrible camera cut. So in the original, I'll post a link so you can watch the original performance and then come back here and let me know what you thought. But in the original, it was very visual. He accidentally tosses a card off the table, he leans forward to try to catch it, and his vest just changes instantly to blue and red. But in this case, the camera cut right at that moment, which makes it just feel like some kind of TV trick. It just ruins the visual aspect of it. It makes me want to strangle the cameraman. Actually, not the cameraman. It makes me want to strangle the editor. It's not the camera guy's fault. This was an editing decision after the fact. Anyway, let's continue. I really apologize for all the interruptions, but could you even see that? He was holding red cards and he just tossed them onto the table and they became blue, but I felt like I could hardly see it was even happening because the camera was so wide, the magic was in such a small spot. Proceeding. That's really cool. Nice. So the rectangle is empty now. Oh! Oh! That was a good shot. Finally, we could see some magic. Oh man, it got really bright. Hold on. That's why you should never leave the window open while filming. Anyway, if you were watching closely, you noticed in only 8 seconds he used a technique that Shin Lim uses, as well as a technique that Takumi Takahashi uses. And in my opinion, combining these two together, it really looks like magic. Proceeding. It's a blue card. Can't see his face. It's a ribbon, yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, I love this part. That's so cool. The concept of using shadows. And then no problem. You just cut a piece right off. That is so nice. Wait a second. What if? What if I use this? Now he switches their places. Oh, that kills me. I feel dead inside right now. That was my favorite moment of the act, mostly because I have no idea how he does it. And they ruined it by cutting the camera at that exact moment. I don't even know if the audience would see what happened there. But he had a stack of coins, and he moved his arm over them, and when he moved his arm back, they were all blue cards. It's amazing. Did you even see that happen? I felt like the camera cut made it invisible into some kind of non-moment. Face palm. Please, video editor at Asia's Got Talent, don't ruin the rest of his act. All right, that was awesome. At least we could see that happening. Hell yeah. Got all the money now. Rich. Ruh-roh. Darn it. That's cool. I was waiting for that moment.
Eric Chien! Oh my God, I'm so confused right now. I don't know anything. Okay.
That's for sure.
Look, David, I know how much you love sleight of hand magic. Talk to us right now.
Okay, let's discuss this before we hear the judge's opinion. You probably already know by now how disappointed I am with the editing job they did, cutting at the exact wrong moments so that we can't appreciate the visual nature of his magic act. The thing that makes it good. I feel really bad for Eric Chien right now. I know he's a master, and this is a disappointing situation for him to be in. Not only was his video delayed by 16 hours on YouTube, and the votes are due on Sunday, so he essentially lost a quarter of his time that the other contestants got. But if this was your first time to see him online, you wouldn't think as much of him as if you'd seen his original FISM act. Also, it seemed like he was required to shorten his act because there were a lot of things removed from the original FISM performance. There were some moments I really liked where he was holding cards and moving them in his hands over the line and they were changing visually, but that wasn't present in this performance. Probably the producers required him to shorten his act to fit into the show, which is also really a shame. Again, I'm gonna leave a link to his original FISM performance below. I want you to watch it and come back and tell me what you think. First off, you'll notice the camera angle is much better. It's just a constant shot. You can see everything. You can see his expression and his acting. And secondly, I want you to comment if there were any pieces of his original performance that you really missed in this new, shorter version. And one last thing that made me really angry is I think part of the beauty of Eric's performances is that they kind of have a story arc. If you take his coin routine from last time, he starts off with a piece of paper, draws a coin, it becomes real, he's doing magic with it, and then at the end, it becomes ink on paper again. And likewise, in this ribbon presentation, there's an even bigger storyline, which is he finds this mysterious box, he's examining the contents. You see his face the whole time in the original performance. You see him amazed and having this sense of wonder as he explores and sees that this ribbon has this power to change things as they cross over that are represented in these white rectangles. So at first he's amazed, then he starts just having fun playing with it. Then he gets the idea that he can change the objects into money. So he starts making a lot of money and he's very excited. He collects it all in the box. He's like, yeah! Even his vest has changed colors. It's blue and red, like bright, happy colors. And then somehow there is a downfall and the coins disappear. Everything starts disappearing. Even his vest goes from colorful back to black and he's left with an empty box. So it's very dramatic and you can feel something and you see it in his face. But in this performance, his face is out of the video frame half of the time. You can't see him. So frustrating. Such a good act, such a good performer, such a terrible video. Anyway, let's see what the judges have to say.
now. What are you thinking?
Eric, how do you feel?
It feels really great because I've been preparing this act for years, and
Wow.
it feels amazing to be able to share it with everyone here, really. So,
He seems really nervous and kind of emotional.
I've seen a lot of magicians, and I put you right with all the greatest that I've ever seen. That was amazing.
thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
I agree.
I want to take you home with me and have you at every party that I go to. Like I say, look what I brought back from Asia.
Jay, you still look dumbfounded. What are you thinking right now, buddy?
I mean, right now after watching that, I'm convinced you're a real life wizard. That was definitely world class. I mean, I think you could probably win the whole competition, bro.
Think you could probably win? I think he should win. I personally want to see Eric win this show and then come to compete on America's Got Talent also. Then he needs to win the next America's Got Talent champions. And then they need to make an America's Got Talent champions and have Shin Lim and Eric Chien compete. Or perform together in complete harmony. Doesn't always have to be a competition. Back to this guy.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Okay, Angun, glowing support from both the guys. What are you thinking?
I mean, you know, things were changing, disappearing in front of our very eyes. I think, Eric, you are magic.
Thank you so much.
Eric, you just got some incredibly high praise from all three judges. How are you feeling right now?
My heart is just it's still pounding right now because, you know, I still can't believe that I'm on this stage and performing for everyone here and showing Asia or the whole world what I got. And I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely amazing. If Eric has mesmerized you with it,
And now they're going to ask you to vote, which you should do, by the way, because he needs your help. Sunday is coming soon. So in summary, I hate that there were such bad camera angles. I hate there was such bad video editing. I love Eric Chien. I really want to see him make it to the end. I hope that he still can do it. And I didn't like that they had him shorten his act. Or maybe that was his choice, I don't know. But I really like his storytelling. He seems like a nice, humble guy who is also amazingly talented at the same time. I think it would be a real shame if we don't get to see what kind of act he has planned for the finals. If you liked the video, click subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, like, notification bell, and I'll see you next time.
Yup.